Hello everybody, and how are you this week? I hope you're well. If you're ready, it's time for our next Reilly story, and this one is called Reilly Saves the World. Reilly loves superheroes. Superheroes with capes, masks, amazing powers and really cool sounding names like Captain Invincible and Dynamo Boy. He loves them all. Reilly also has a secret. He is actually a real live superhero, and his alias, the Virus Victor, has a special mission to save the planet from the evil COVID-19. Preparing for battle, the Virus Victor wears a flowing red cape that helps him fly. Well, it's actually a long cardigan belonging to his mum, but it works really well. He also wears virus-resistant shorts. Really his swim shorts from last year's caravan holiday, and they do have pink flamingos dotted over them, but they still fit, and it's a pity to waste them, as Gran says. And on his feet, he has supercharged running boots, aka his wellies, found while sitting in the cupboard under the stairs, which is his favourite place in the house. And finally, to finish the superhero look, he wears a face mask. Reilly had seen lots of people wearing these on TV, and whilst he was out and about, he'd even seen Mr. Fisher next door wearing one, and he hadn't recognised him. He looked like a dentist. Reilly thought face masks were a bit scary, but he knew the Virus Victor would definitely need one to battle the enemy, so his dad gave him one he had bought for work. Now we all know every superhero has to have a superpower. Sometimes they could be really strong and they can run really fast or even shapeshift into dangerous animals. And Reilly the Virus Victor is no exception. He has a superpower too. He is able to stay at home and save the world. Well, the whole superhero thing had started in a very strange way. Reilly hadn't actually realised he was a superhero or that he had superpowers. But one day, the oddest thing happened. Mum told him that his school was closing for a while, not forever, but for a little while because of an illness. Reilly heard everyone talking about it on TV. They said there were lots of people all over the world becoming sick. Oh, Reilly was worried about this grown-up virus. His mum said it was actually called coronavirus, and it was caused by teeny weeny tiny little germs that people caught, a bit like colds or flu. Reilly hated having cold. He hated the noisy sneezing, the bunged up nose and the sore throats. Last time he was ill, he'd had to stay indoors, but Mum let him eat chicken nuggets in bed and to stay up later, so it wasn't all bad. Mum said the virus made you really hot and you got a nasty cough, but to try not to worry because most people wouldn't be too ill if they caught it. But there were some people, like Reilly's gran, who could become quite poorly and they would need to be extra careful. Mum explained that it was important for Gran to be at home alone now for a little while, and that was to keep her safe. This is called isolation, and she said that Reilly might not see Gran in person for a bit. This made Reilly very sad. He saw Gran every day after school. It was part of his routine, and Reilly liked routine. He liked to know what was happening and when. At home and school, he had a special timeline that showed him what to do and when to do it. He wasn't really sure how this would work during lockdown. Reilly wasn't even sure he liked lockdown. Lockdown meant special rules. Everyone needed to stay at home and just to go out for a walk or buy food. He was pleased, however, to see that there were still chicken nuggets in the food shopping when it was delivered. But Mum said toilet rolls were impossible to buy. Reilly didn't understand that, and Mum said she didn't either. Was the whole world pooing? Oh, that made Reilly giggle. On the last day of school, Mr. Dawson had shown Class 2 how to make rainbows. He said they should stick them in their windows at home to tell everyone to stay safe. Reilly loved doing this, and Mr. Dawson had even let him sit under the table to colour, and this had made him feel much better. Mum said she was going to be his teacher for a while and that he would be homeschooled. Reilly wasn't sure how this would work, but after a little while, Mum became a really good teacher. Reilly liked her classes. They did cooking and drawing, and they tried to stick to Class 2 work. Reilly quite liked this, especially the PE lessons. It was so funny watching Mum running around the garden and joining in with Joe Wicks. Mum made him laugh. At first, being at home was fun. It was unusual having everyone at home together. It was like being on a long holiday. They played games together, they watched movies together, they ate together. But Reilly still liked to sit in his cupboard under the stairs. It was good to be alone sometimes. Reilly sometimes wished that everything wasn't closed. He missed swimming, the cinema, McDonald's, going to the library, lots of things. Mum said everyone had to be patient and things would open up again, and that really clever scientists were working hard to find a cure for the virus, and it was best not to think that we were stuck at home, but that we were really safe at home. Reilly wanted things to get back to normal quickly. He didn't want to see people wearing face masks and gloves. He didn't want to stand 6 feet away from people. He didn't even know how far that was. Mum said this was called social distancing, and it was a very important way to stop passing on the virus. Oh, Reilly missed his favourite things. He missed his family, his friends, his teachers, everybody. He even missed Mrs. Butters, the dinner lady. One day, whilst out with Mum on their walk, they went to Rosie's house. Rosie is Reilly's cousin, and they love to do things together. It was nice to see her, even though it was through the window. Reilly was so excited he started flapping his hands about. This is something Reilly does when he's super happy, and so does Rosie. She likes to flap too. Reilly loved seeing the rainbows Rosie had painted. They were really pretty and glittery, and sometimes on sunshiny days like today, Reilly thought everything would be fine. But then other days, he wasn't so sure. Reilly missed his gran. He missed his gran a lot. He wanted to give her the biggest of hugs and sit in the big armchair and eat custard creams dipped in her sweet milky tea. But he knew it was important for Gran to be on her own and stay safe, and that lots of children miss their grans and granddads too. One day, Dad said that Gran had at long last joined the 21st century and had a tablet so they could video call her. Reilly loved doing that. At first, Gran didn't quite get the hang of it, and they couldn't see her, they could just hear her, and then they couldn't hear her, but they could just see her, and then the screen went completely black and Gran appeared upside down. That was really funny. Reilly loved talking to Gran and making plans for all of the cool stuff they would do when it was over. Being at home was okay most of the time, but sometimes Reilly felt sad and anxious, sometimes scared. He wasn't really sure what was happening or when it was all going to end, or would it even end at all. What if the monster virus got bigger and bigger and swallowed the world up? Mum said that sometimes when we're scared, we imagine things to be worse than they are, and that it was okay to feel like that, and everyone, even grown-ups, felt like this sometimes. And it was good to talk to someone when you felt like that. And we had to remember that if we all followed the rules to keep safe, we could beat this. And that's when Reilly knew he had a big part to play in the battle against COVID-19. He became the virus victor. Pow! He wasn't frightened of gloves and face masks anymore. He knew there were still the same nice people underneath them, and wearing them was helping defeat the virus. Zap! He slaved the social distancing and helped not to pass the virus on. Boom! He washed his hands lots of times, singing happy birthday as he did it. Wallop! Reilly the virus victor stayed at home and saved the world. So you see, we can all help and we can be superheroes too, just like Reilly. Staying at home keeps us safe and keeps everyone safe. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's Reilly story, and remember next week to come and listen when we have Reilly Paints a Rainbow. See you soon. Bye.